Imagine if we lived in medieval times, right? Let's say we lived in like Rome, the pinnacle of civilization to these stupid fucking right-wingers, right? And imagine if the fucking Roman leader in like the council were just spending all of the fucking rupees or whatever, whatever they use in Rome. Imagine they were spending all the money on fucking swords and catapults and shit. And like ballistas and others, and bows and arrows, and the people were starving and shit. Starving. The people were uneducated, starving. They were dirty. They had no entertainment. They had no fucking They just weren't successful in life. Imagine that. That is literally our country. Literally, we're spending all the money on weapons and shit to blow people up, and maybe we're the strongest in the world and blah blah blah. But then, meanwhile, our people get dumber. They're uneducated. They get dumber. They get poorer. They get like, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
And again, a common refrain on both the left and the right is like, hey, why would we spend on all those things when, our country's kind of falling apart here?
Yes!
Our infrastructure is crumbling.
Exactly.
We have tens of thousands of homeless veterans.
Exactly.
We have
homeless veterans, guys. The people you guys like to suck off. We have them. And people don't care. They just don't care. Like, it's really sad. Like, I bet that Aaron motherfucker doesn't give a shit about the homeless veterans, but then he likes to criticize me. Okay, bro. Okay.
Americans.
Aaron.
Maybe if we're prioritizing, that stuff should come first. Now, even in the face of the Taliban takeover in Afghanistan, they are doubling down on their success at selling this counterfactual narrative to the American public to reignite their Cold War with Russia and China, dramatically and predictably increasing the risk of nuclear war. There was just a bill that was voted on yesterday that takes a more like standoffish stance with China. And, look, isn't it curious that, so the war in Afghanistan is now officially over. All the boots on the ground are out of there. Now, that is a good thing, and Biden, I think, deserves credit for that. But how could it be we withdrew from Afghanistan, but the military budget went up?
Yeah, literally.
So wait, we ended one of our wars.
We ended a fucking war, and then we got more money for the military. It's like, we should be saving! Save!
And military spending went up?
It pisses me off, man. It pisses me the fuck off.
Well, we know the answer. The Pentagon has failed 5 audits in a row. They can't account for 59% of their money. That's trillions of dollars missing. And nobody talks about it. Nobody cares.
Yep. Pentagon.
But again,
Pentagon just, whoopsies, we lost $5 trillion, guys. You know what I mean? And then it's like the Spider-Man meme, where it's like the CIA, it's pointing at like the fucking, like the president or whatever. It's like they're both pointing at each other like, you did it. You know what I mean? Because the president is complicit. The president I think the president could crack down on this shit. Maybe they'll assassinate him. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Maybe they'll fucking pull a little what was that guy's name? The dude that got popped by like a CIA operative. JFK. They might JFK you if you try to like fix the budget. Who knows?
Anybody from any ideological perspective,
who fucking knows,
should be furious with that. Even if you're just a fiscal conservative and all you care about is like, dollars and cents, for the love of God, you should care about that.
Yeah.
If you're a humanitarian and you care about innocent people being killed, as we all should, you should care about this stuff. The new air power summary data reveal that the United States has dropped another 3,246 bombs and missiles on Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria. 2016.
Sorry, guys. I'm just checking the camera every once in a while, make sure
under Biden since February 2020. The good news is that U.S. bombing of those 3 countries has significantly decreased from over the 12,000 bombs and missiles it dropped on them in 2019. In fact, since the withdrawal of U.S. occupation forces in Afghanistan in August, the U.S. military has officially conducted no airstrikes there and only dropped 13 bombs or missiles on Iraq and Syria, although this does not preclude additional unreported strikes by forces under CIA commander control.
Is it?
Okay, so...
Yeah, it is.
Now, this is an important point, too.
Just making sure the screen's recording and everything.
There was data that came out after Biden took office that he basically eliminated the drone war. He didn't fully get rid of it, but it dropped like 90-something%. And people were skeptical of that, I think rightly so to some extent, because, like I said, Trump changed the transparency rules. So if you're doing these bombings, you don't necessarily have to report it. So he could have just been continuing the drone war without reporting it. Well, now we know he's brought back the transparency rules. And with the new transparency rules we are learning, no, Biden did indeed reduce the drone war massively. And so on that front, yet again, you got to give credit where credit is due. You can't be a political hack and be a narrative humper or be a terminal contrarian. You have to, the facts have to come first. So in the case of Biden, credit for getting the boots on the ground out of Afghanistan, credit for massively
Yeah,
reducing
good job,
the drone
Biden.
war, like 90%. That's phenomenal. Now, the downside is, of course, he's starving the country of Afghanistan.
Yeah, that's true.
He's starving them. So he is stealing their own money from them
Yep.
and not allowing them to use it because, of course, it's the Taliban government. But as a direct result of that, you have innocent people who are starving there.
Yep, there
So
are
it's
like a bunch
billions
of
dollars. And the reason why he doesn't want to give their own money back to
for those people who care about children, right? For those conservatives who, oh, the kids, oh, you're killing a baby in the tummy, you're killing a sperm cell. Oh, there are kids in Afghanistan starving right now because Biden froze their money and is using that money to pay the 9/11 victims instead of just paying the 9/11 victims with the own fucking tax money that they should pay them with. We stole the Afghanistan's people's money to pay them that. Does that seem fair? Our fucking government's not even paying the victims of 9/11 with its own money. We're paying them with Afghani fucking transferred into America. Like, we are so fucked up, dude. We are so fucked. And those people that fucking survived 9/11 had to sue the government. Had to sue the government many fucking times just to get healthcare, dude. So keep sucking off the troops.
to them is because it's the Taliban
Keep doing
government. And he knows if he releases those funds, then the Republicans are going to scream and shout and say, Joe Biden is funding
See,
the
I suck
Taliban.
off those troops
And so
that are
he wants to
homeless.
avoid that
I suck
political
off the
war
troops that
here
need
at
help.
home,
I
and
suck
that
off the
easy
troops that
talking point
deserve
for
a better
Republicans.
fucking,
So he'd rather let innocent
a
people
better
starve.
roll of the dice.
And so,
But I don't
that's the part
suck
that
off
deserves
the ones who
massive
love
condemnation,
killing.
because in
That's
some
something
ways,
I
that's,
don't suck
even
off.
worse than the war.
Okay? To make it simple.
Trump and Biden both deserve credit for recognizing that endless bombing and occupation could not deliver victory in Afghanistan. The speed with which the U.S. installed government fell to the Taliban once the U.S. withdrawal was underway confirmed that 20 years of hostile military occupation, aerial bombardment, and support for corrupt governments ultimately served only to drive the war-weary people of Afghanistan back to Taliban rule. Biden's callous decision to follow 20 years of colonial occupation and aerial bombardment in Afghanistan with the same kind of brutal economic siege warfare the United States has inflicted on Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Venezuela can only further discredit America in the eyes of the world.
Look at this. Look at this. Bombarding Afghanistan with the same kind of brutal economic siege warfare that the United States has inflicted on Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Venezuela. America has always done this shit. They would do a coup in a country, put a fucking leader, a dictator they like, right? And then when that country revolts and has a revolution and fucking throws out that bad leader and puts in like Fidel takes over or whatever. Oh, we'll sanction you and we'll like blockade you and we'll starve your country and hope that they revolt and kill you and take over for America again. That's what they do. When a country throws out a leader that America liked, America will blockade, sanction that country and hope that the people revolt because they're starving. That's the whole plan.
There has been no accountability for these 20 years of senseless destruction, even with the publication of
And I'm Cuban, by the way. This is why this shit really rubs me the wrong way, man.
Wars and the mass casualties they inflict remain largely hidden from the American public. Okay, so this article goes on here. You guys can check out the whole thing if you want. It's over at Salon. It's written by Medea
check out
Benjamin.
Salon, guys.
She's of Code Pink, this anti-war group. But let that fact stick with you, man. 46 bombs a day.
46 bombs a day, dude.
337,000 bombs and missiles in 20 years. And this.
Let me see. What's the average bomb that they use? Don't they tell us what type of weapons our military uses? I don't want to open up some fucking website and be tagged with like a terrorist. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy's trying to look up how to build a bomb. I just want to know what type of bombs our military uses so I can check how much they cost or whatever. All right, look. Let's just say that there's 3,000. Right? Let's say that these. I'm gonna do some math right here. Let's say the bomb that they use. I'm sure they use all types of bombs. Let's say the bomb was $10,000, right? $10,000 per bomb. $10,000 per bomb. So 10,000 times 337,000. I don't know what number this is, guys. But that's how much it would cost if I did it right. That's probably like 3 million. Is that 3 million or 3 billion? I don't know. It's 3.37E9. Whatever the fuck that. I don't know if I did the math. I'm not good at math. But I'm just saying that's a lot of money, whatever that is. That's probably like a 3 with like 9 zeros or something, right? For all you math people, let me know.